What's up, guys? We're back at it again over here on this channel. This is my channel, Steve's channel, Steve Womack's channel. I'm stepping on rocks, I'm stepping on barefoot stuff. Oh! Nope, just kidding. Thought it was one of them nice little scorpions. Scorpion! Definitely wasn't a scorpion. I thought it was, and I was barefoot. I was not happy about that. Now I'm all sketched out. I'm not quite sure I really want to be out here barefoot. But anyway, let's get right into this. We are talking about Turo and your rental car fleet and how to make it run as smoothly as possible. Whether it be Turo or Get Around or Avail or any one of those. There's even another one, Share. There's quite a few out there now, but it's basically your peer-to-peer rental car company and how to make it run smoothly. I strictly deal with Turo because in the past we messed around with Get Around and it just wasn't up to par, at least to my standards, what I want to do. It's a little bit more passive than Turo, but with a little bit more passive way they go about things, it's also a little bit more lax, and Turo just simply seems to be on top of it a little bit more in a way, because I know y'all get frustrated with Turo, and I do as well. At times they can be a pain, but as long as you're following all of what you need to, then you should be good. If you guys are new to my channel and you have no clue what I'm talking about, basically Turo is a Airbnb for your cars. You can rent out your car to the fellow peers, so they don't have to go to the big box companies, Hertz, Budget, Enterprise, any one of them that don't have cars and they're constantly still booking trips, but they don't have the cars to fulfill the bookings. So ever since Turo came out with this incentive, which honestly the incentive is kind of whatever, and everybody that I talk to, they're all the same way. It sounded super exciting when it first came out, and we're like, oh man, you could really do something here. Is what it is. But I think a lot of people went out and prematurely bought cars for this incentive. And I don't know if it's a combination of them prematurely buying cars and all the media coverage that has come out with Budget, Hertz, Enterprise, all those rental car companies that don't have cars, right? They don't have supplies. So I think with Turo going public here in a few months, I think what they did is basically created that supply, right? They wanted to make sure that when they go public, it's hands down, we have all these cars here, we can, no worries whatsoever. Once that money's there, once that evaluation's there, we can dump money into advertising, this and that, whatever. Just my thoughts. I honestly don't know. But when they did all this, but between the media and them going public, the market started to get saturated. I know you guys are all seeing it, right? I saw it when I was out here, my little area. I was like, oh, I can really dominate this over here, right? I can have a bunch of cars and completely just be in my bubble. Let me do my thing. But it didn't quite work out that well. So it started doing very well right off the bat. And then as it started showing more and more, especially through the summer months, you were seeing more and more people showing up on the platform. You do a search in my area and you would basically look at it, you'd find my cars, and just a handful trickled out throughout here and there. Now you go on there and it's just them little blue dots everywhere. Now, I know a bunch of these are legit hosts. I know a bunch of these are get rich quick, or they're just working from home and they have an extra car, so they're thinking, hey, we can do this. All I can say is make sure you guys are on point, do exactly what you need to do, give that customer service, because at some point, Turo will be trim and fat. And I mean this in the nicest way. In my last job, we used to call it Black Friday, right? This is where everybody would end up showing up, doing their work, and at the end of the day, oh, by the way, here's your check. Here's your last check. Here's an envelope. You guys are done here. You're no longer working here. And it's crazy. I know whatever. But regardless, I don't know what that had to do with anything other than the fact that Turo will see if these hosts keep having cars that break down, if they keep seeing these bad reviews, if you're just simply not up to par, I promise you, Turo's gonna see this. They don't want their name branded with this, right? They wanna know that they're a reliable source for people to get cars. So make sure you guys are giving that 5-star quality service. Because otherwise, if you're seeing too many bad reviews, or you're just kind of like, I don't really care about the reviews, I got so many trips on it, not even worried about it, right? Wrong. Turo's gonna start seeing this stuff. I've seen some bigger, old school hosts get kicked off. It's just kind of a culture change. It happens all the time in corporate places. You'll see a culture shift. And that's basically what you're gonna start seeing going on here. If you have hosts that are just thinking, oh, I don't have to worry about it, this and that. Or you even have new hosts that are just like, hey, I got this beater, take it. And then they're not even worried about it, right? They're not doing the maintenance, they're not keeping up cleanliness, any of that stuff, it's gonna be bad. If you see too many of these reviews, Turo's gonna be like, nope, you're done. We don't even want you, and you'll be banned. So that would be the last thing I would want to happen to any of you guys. Which I know if you guys are watching my channel, I don't even have to be, I'm speaking to the congregation, right? Don't even have to be telling you guys this stuff. But just make sure you guys are definitely giving that service. I had a message come through today when I had a renter coming back, and it said, this is the second or third booking for this renter. Please reach out and let them know if there's anything wrong with the car or anything you need, any kind of quirks, you know the message. Anything that the renter needs to know about your car before they jump in it. So honestly, when I see messages like that, boom, hero host. There you go. That's how you get those badges. You start performing, and then they send people your way because they know that you're reliable. They know that you're gonna take care of the guests. So you basically get handed more renters. So I will also tell you that with me calling this guy, instead of just messaging him on the app, I called him up. As soon as that message came through, as soon as the booking came through, I'm like, yo, what up, Johnny? That's not his name, but what up, Johnny? Like, what's going on? What happened? What was so wrong? What happened with your experience? Why are you like this? Like why are you getting sent to my car? And he was super cool about it. He just said, hey, you know, this is my first time renting with Turo, and honestly, I had an SUV booked, and then I had this car booked, and now you're the third person that they've sent me to. Which there is a couple weird things on there. Turo did end up charging them a higher fee for my delivery fee. I don't know why he got charged for it, but I mean, because it's not really his fault. Like I don't know. I'm curious about that. I'll probably reach out to my guy and be like, yo, so what's going on here? Why does this guy have to pay for it when, I don't know, whatever. May not even be my issue. It's maybe me working on it too much to try and help him out. But regardless, I wanted to jump out there, give him that phone call, so that way he knows, like, hey, okay, I'm legit, and your car's gonna be ready. I will make sure you're taken care of. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was good, right? And he is super bummed. I just have to make sure that I go above and beyond and make sure that my business, my profile doesn't leave a bad taste in his mouth for whatever issues he's had, period, with other hosts. And the other hosts, I don't know them personally, but I know they were definitely trying to work it out with this guy, but for some reason, there was just mechanical issues. It happens. It happens to the best of us, and if you don't have multiple cars or you don't have an available car, then it just kind of sucks on your end. It is what it is. It happens. It's part of business, right? But I just want to make sure that I jump out there and give him the best customer service he can get, and hopefully keep him on here so that way he's coming back to you or me or whoever else, and it doesn't leave a complete bad taste in his mouth. Now, his rental is 4 days out still, so it's not like it canceled last second. It still gave him a little bit of time, but I know for his sake, it's gotta be frustrating. He started off in a nicer luxury SUV, and now he's in my Ford Focus, which it sounded like half the family wasn't gonna come now. I don't know. I just feel bad for him, right? But remember, regardless, no matter what, you have to maintain your vehicles, and you have to maintain those ratings, and you have to be there for the renters. The more this happens, the more Turo's gonna look at your profile and just be like, we can't really rely on them, so it's probably time that we, you know, say, hey, thanks, but no thanks. So just really take this into consideration when you guys are buying your cars, when you're buying your fleet, and make sure that you guys aren't really just buying those beaters that you know aren't gonna, basically something you wouldn't want to drive yourself. That's how I look at it. All my cars, I make sure it's a car that I would drive myself. My Mazda, the one that keeps getting beat up, it just came back that these guys smoked in it, and I actually caught them, jammed them up while they were bringing the car back. They were like an hour late, and I don't think they expected me to be there. Honestly, they were scrambling. They were trying to clean up whatever they could. Too late, ashes everywhere. Just all bad. It is what it is. It sucks to suck. And I don't mean that against them, it just sucks. It sucks. That's all there is to it. But I also do know that Turo will be weeding out the renters that way as well as guests, or I mean as well as hosts. Just make sure you guys are sticking to giving that customer service, doing what you can to provide the best thing for, I hate to say it, for Turo. It's really your name, but for Turo, because that's ultimately who's gonna determine whether or not you're staying or going. So make sure this happens, maintain your cars, and go out there and make that money. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Not really a whole lot else I can say on there except for Don't stress out too much. It is saturated, but it will get weeded out, I promise. We will catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.